Greetings, accounting aficionados. This is another session with Depreciation Pro, and this one focuses on elements that you have requested. So let's get right to it. In a prior video, I demonstrated how we could take in book data into the system, and in fact, if only book data were given. And you know, of course, having watched that video, that you can click into an asset and see your GAAP book data. It was requested that we enable a tab much like the Assets tab, but focused on book depreciation. And so here we have it. Here we have those same assets that you just saw with the top level data associated with our book depreciation and the bottom totals associated with those columns. As usual, we allow you to generate the columns that you wish to see and order them accordingly. This was requested from users, so we thank you for that request. We made some other upgrades here. In every column there where you might want to go by category or have a categorical, this is now a multi-select. So you could select all the 2 years, 2s and 33s, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, or all the useful lives. We did a similar thing over in assets where previously we had status that you could do, but we've made that a multi-select. And now with category, method, and convention, we can do the same thing. In the next video, we showed you what we could do with states, and we featured that first off, we are still snappy, even though we are kicking around 25,000 yearly assets. And now when we go to the state forms, you see this nice initial display for all states. It's going to show up with a table that gives you the brief on state-specific depreciation. And then for each of these states, we're going to give you the associated forms. We'll just wait a second so you can see the true time that it takes for 25,000 assets. And there we are. We're done. And so this was great. This has been received very, very well. But the question was, is there a way that I can see exactly what the software knows about state rules, knowing that they tend to evolve rather rapidly? And so we have added that. In our About page, you would have been familiar with tax law updates, but in our latest version 56.0.0, we have added state conformity by jurisdiction and a dropdown which lets you move between states and the most recent 2 years, this year and next year, and gives you a sense of what's going on. Of course, if we move into next year, we have several that are not yet reviewed. These things are still in motion and in flight, 24 that are fully verified already, and 2 that are flight for various reasons. If we go back to 2025, we've reviewed everybody. There's some states for which depreciation is not applicable, and we have 2 flagged because there's some outstanding stuff there. Let's just go to DC to see what's going on. Here with our bonus depreciation, this position is contested, and as far as we can tell, there are some reasonable authorities that disagree, so we want to disclose that. We give you the authority under which we are making our contentions, and then it is really your choice whether you want to agree or disagree, knowing that reasonable authorities can do so. But in any case, we want to surface to you all the time exactly why we are doing things that we are doing, what the authority behind them is, and this gives us the infrastructure to make sure that when you think we're up to date, you can find that we're up to date with what's going on. As always, if it turns out that we have missed something because the legislation came in and we have not updated yet, please feel free to let us know as soon as possible. You can click right over here and message, and we will find out promptly, and then we will, of course, adjust it accordingly. As usual, thanks very much for your attention, and have excellent days.